Bloody Oziak, getting himself in trouble. Why didn't he just pay his goddamn taxes?
Hold on, state your business.
Hey, morning. Do you know if there's a prisoner in here that looks kinda like this?
Aye, there might be. What's it to you?
Well, he's a friend of mine, and I just want to make sure he's alright.
You're not getting in here without a good reason. Now piss off.
Ah, fine. Without a good reason. This is a good reason. Don't mind if I do.
Back so soon? Wait, hold on. What's that in your hand?
This ought to do it. Morning, Dave. Pete, looking sharp.
Huh? Who? Come on, you guys. Can you feed me already? I've lost my glorious gut. Look at me. I'm malnourished.
Oh, there he is. Oziak, it's me.
Who?
Oh, for me.
Oh, Dices. You finally found me. It's about time.
About time, you cheeky... Never mind. How the hell did I get you out of here? The guards are everywhere.
The amulet, there. Give me that and I can teleport back home and get my stuff.
Oh, this one? It's out of charges.
Out of charges? Get me another one.
They're all out of charges, I'm afraid.
You useless sod. Go charge them up and get me out of this place.
What's the rush, Oziak? I've just found you, and this place doesn't look that bad.
Not that bad. My cellmate is a skeleton. The goblin wormhead, or whatever he calls himself, keeps asking me for 10k gold, and the mugger over there won't stop banging on the bloody walls.
Okay, calm down, Oziak. You're gonna blow my cover. I'll just go charge up some glories.
My name Wormbrain, stupid human.
So that's it settled. Scaping 9 till 5, charging Amulets of Glory. Let's get started. Actually, first, let's shout out the sponsor. Frag Pro Shooter. One of the best shooter games of 2020, designed for mobile. It has 50 million players worldwide, and about 1 million players are playing Frag every single day. There are more than 80 different characters to collect, and you can create your own deck to build your own strategy, to ultimately destroy the enemy bunker. There are consistent updates with new content, including the most recent update that brings out Duality, the brand new hero to play. This new legendary tier character plays in the center and has some badass moves. There's 3 game modes you can choose from, payload being my favourite. It's a classic objective game mode where you have to escort your payload to victory while also slowing down the enemy payload. And I've also created my own club called the Woodcutting Guild, so if you want to join that, there's a limit of 80 players per club, so get in quick. So what are you waiting for? Click on the link in the description for free rewards, and you even get the rewards if you've played the game previously. You get a golden chest, 500 coins and 50 diamonds worth $6. Back to charging glories. So charging glories 9 till 5. This is the setup that I went with. My gear is pretty bog standard, just some defensive gear with my dense bulwark. It's my best friend in this wilderness 9 till 5 season. It's been my best bud, and I like to take it everywhere I go now, or at least most places if it's suitable. And my inventory is just a couple of potions, stamina, restore 2 Sarah Brews just in case I get attacked, my wilderness sword to teleport to the Fountain of Ruin, and some home teleport tabs. It's pretty bog standard. Now let's actually do the job. About time. I've got my F key switching around locked down so I can log out easier. I've got my 8-hour timer, which is the standard length of a Western world shift. Let's do this. Start the clock. Let's get going. Teleport noise. So we use the Elite Diary sword to teleport right next to the Fountain of Ruin, use our uncharged glories on the Fountain of Ruin to make them all fully charged with 6 charges. After charging them up, I run to the nearest wilderness teleport obelisk thingy. I've set the destination to the Ferox Enclave, a low-level wilderness, so as soon as I get there, I can teleport out to safety. I then use the rejuve pool in my house, use the jewellery box to Castle Wars, rebank, get ready, rinse and repeat. And that's basically it for the next 8 hours of my life. And people ask if I take into account a break, so is it actually 7 hours and 30 minutes or 7 hours and 15 minutes that you work and don't account for the other 45 minutes, because technically you get about 30 minutes break time, 30 minutes to an hour break time depending on the job that you have. But in an office, I found when I worked in an office, and people I know who work in offices, they take their break at their desk, or at least some people do. People who want to be hyper productive, people who have a lot to do, people who are busy, or people who want to get paid more or want to get a promotion, they work at their desk with their lunch and work while eating. And I guess you can say that's what I do, and it's why I don't take into account having a break. But ultimately the reason I don't take out 30 minutes at the end of the day is because it makes the math at the end a little bit more awkward, and it doesn't sound as nice. Look, from 7 hours and 15 minutes, it's not very appealing. So the obelisk I teleport to get out of the wilderness is actually right next to the Ferox Enclave, which has both a rejuve pool and a bank in it. So if I don't use the play around house to Castle Wars method, I could save myself carrying teleport tabs and just use the Ferox Enclave. However, with my experimenting mid-video, I found that using the Enclave was probably 4 or 5 seconds slower than using my Play Around House to Castle Wars method. But does that 4 or 5 seconds slower make it worth it if I don't use the cost of home teleport tabs? They're not that expensive, but it's still a cost that I'm using, and it's an inventory space that could be with another glory, technically maybe making up for that 4 or 5 seconds. I didn't go hugely in depth on this experimentation, but it was a decent thought. If I had access to the Crafting Guild Bank, I don't think this would be a discussion, but I don't. I do mix and match between the two throughout the video. I died. So what happened was I was just chilling out at the Fountain of Ruin, minding my own business, doing my job. This guy turns up and ruins it. He knows I want to use the obelisk to get out of dodge. He sets the destination and spams it to continue to teleport in the deep wilderness in the same location. So that kind of ruins that plan. And by the time I realise that's what's going on here, because I'm an absolute brainlet, it took me way too long to realise that's what's happening. I couldn't run away, I died. I'm a big brainlet. I could have not died there, but I'm just so inexperienced in the wilderness. RuneScape 1-star review. Hey, look at that, made over 2,000 glories so far. We're getting there even after getting PK'd. I wonder how Oziak's doing. Transition.
It's taking too long. All I had to do was charge a single glory. Psst, you, come here.
Huh? What do you want?
Do you know what I'm in for?
You dodge taxes, you scumbag.
Yeah, you know what that means?
What?
I've got lots of money hidden away. Money we could share if you let me out of here.
I don't trust a single word you say. Now be quiet, or you'll end up like your cellmate.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. I just pooped my pants a little bit. Oh, someone's there. That's why I have the world switcher open all the time. PK there logged in and I instantly hop. Always having this world switcher open. I got the reflexes of roadkill. So when I'm using the Ferox Enclave method without any house teleport tabs in my inventory, I can get scouted easier, because when I teleport into the place and I'm walking in, if anyone's spending any length of time in the Enclave, you can see me running in, teleporting out, running in, teleporting out like I'm doing something. And the teleport out, the animation is quite obvious as to what you're doing. However, to circumvent that, instead of using the rejuve pool in the Enclave, it's actually faster and less chance of getting scouted when using the free-for-all portal. There's usually a lot of people using the free-for-all portal, and when they come through the teleporter, when everyone comes through the teleporter, they all stand on the same tile, so no one can see the animation that I'm using to teleport out of the place. So we're over halfway into the job, which means it is time for bonus facts. Did you know the Amulet of Glory can teleport you to 4 places? You've got Edgeville, Al-Kharid, Karamja, and Draenor. And if you were to put all these dots on a map and zoom out, you'll find something pretty horrifying. A triangle with a dot in the middle. You know what that symbol is? It's the Illuminati symbol. Jagex, there's some weird ass conspiracy going on in there. Illuminati. Definitely Illuminati. Within the Tower of Life quest, this big creepy looking homunculus asks you a couple of questions. One of the questions is, how do dragons breathe fire? And one of the answers you can give is with the help of the magical dragon stones. The same dragon stones we use to craft our glories and combat bracelets. And throughout all these questions that have multiple answers you can give, the correct answer is usually a combination of all of them. Like, how can I make fire appear at my fingertips? The logical answer is get some logs and light a tinderbox. The magical answer is with the aid of 5 fire runes to cast a fire spell. Both answers are correct, so if you take that into the fire breathing question, if both answers are correct, it's confirmed that these dragon stones power dragon fire. Pretty cool. Wait, what? Holy shit, there's the Eternal? I just got the Eternal. Oh my god, how much is it worth? 32 mil. Get the him. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. If I get peeking now, I'm gonna be so furious. I cannot believe I just got the Eternal. What's the chances in that? Come on, come on, come on. Get me out. Come on. Holy crap. Holy crap. I got the Eternal Glory within 8 hours of charging glories. That is that is insane. It's a 1 in 25,000 chance. Look how badass it looks. Okay, I've got a couple of minutes left in this job, so I can squeeze out one more trip. This is the last time I'll use this Fountain of Ruin for this, thank God, because doing this for 8 hours, it does get kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie, it gets a little bit soul-crushing. Getting the Eternal Glory certainly helped, making it more exciting, but after that, no more Eternal Glories, a little bit dull. But that was the last trip. Let's find out how much money we've made. Within an 8-hour period, we've made over 8,000 glories and we got our Eternal Glory. that money making per hour is going to be absolutely insane thanks to the Eternal Glory. We're looking at way over like 4 million GP per hour just for this 8-hour period of me making glories. But if I were to do this as a job, as a 9 till 5 job for a day, a week, a month, a year, let's find out what it would actually be like, unskewed by very good RNG. So each day I'm charging about 8.6k glories, which brings me to around 3.5 mil profit per day, which is just over 400k per hour. That isn't that great considering it requires the Elite Wilderness Diary completed. So the weekly, monthly, and yearly rates aren't particularly amazing. However, these rates do not include the chance of getting the Eternal Glory. If I add in getting an Eternal Glory roughly every 25,000 glories charged, the profit looks something like this. With the Eternal Glory accounted for, we're making 1.68 million per hour, 13.5 mil each day, almost 70 mil a week, almost 300 mil per month, and 3.5 billion GP per year as a Western world job. Now that's a lot more impressive than the stats before, but what's this in real currency? Doing a rough conversion from RuneScape Gold to the black market value in dollars, American dollars, this is what we can expect to be earning if it was a real life job. Roughly $1.11 per hour, which goes up to $8.91 each day. At the end of each week, we can expect to make about $44.5, and at the end of each month, just under $200. But the yearly salary, at the end of every year, we're pulling in $2,351. That ain't a lot of money for 12 months of work. Converting that into some other currencies, that's about 1,800 UK pounds and over 1 billion Venezuelan bolivar. Okay, now that I've gotten all these glories, plus the Eternal Glory actually, it should be no problem getting Oziak out.
Hey, you.
Oh, you? Hey, I'm just here to see a friend of mine, no big deal.
Yeah, you'll be seeing him alright. Seeing him real soon.
Oh, shh.
This better be a part of your plan, otherwise we're both screwed.
Well, I think we're both screwed.